ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਆਗੂ ਤੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਦੇ ਨੇਤਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬੈਂਕ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮੁੜ ਵਧਾਈ ਗਈ ਵਿਆਜ ਦਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਿਖੇਧੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਬੈਂਕ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵਿਆਜ ਦਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ 0.5% ਦਾ ਹੋਰ ਵਾਧਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਸ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਜੂਨ ਗੁਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿਆਜ ਦਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਧਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਸ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਿਰ ਮੁਸੀਬਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਪਹਾੜ ਹੋ ਡਿੱਗ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ।
For a typical family that bought a typical home with a typical mortgage 5 years ago but are now up for renewal, they're paying $7,000 more per year. The Prime Minister said that the government was going to take on all this debt so that Canadians wouldn't have to, as if they don't have to pay back government debt. If that were the case, though, then who's going to pay the extra mortgage payments for these families?
Hear, hear, hear. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, through the pandemic, we made the decision to support Canadian families, to support workers, to support small businesses, to make sure Canadians could hold on and to make sure our economy could hold on through an unprecedented, historic pandemic. At the same time, we were there to support Canadians as the economy gets going again, and we're there to support them now with help with the GST rebate that's going to arrive in the coming weeks, and with direct support for dental care and for low-income renters. The question, Mr. Speaker, is why are Conservative politicians not choosing to support Canadians on dental and rental?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The Prime Minister caused this inflation crisis. Even Mark Carney, who will be the successor to the current Liberal leader, is saying that inflation is a homegrown problem. He's right. It's caused by the $500 billion of inflationary deficits that have bid up the cost of the goods we buy and the interest that we pay. And today, rates went up another half point, meaning many families will be handing in their keys to the banks because they won't be able to afford those bills. Has the Prime Minister been briefed by his officials on how many Canadians will lose their homes because of the higher interest rates that his inflationary policies have caused?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, inflation is a worldwide problem right now, but it is a challenge faced by Canadian families that we will continue to support them through. That's why we're delivering supports for families right now in a targeted way, a doubling of the GST credit that will arrive in the coming weeks in their bank accounts, moving forward on support for dental care, moving forward on support for low-income renters, things that the Conservative Party is continuing not just to vote against but to block, and we will continue to do more. We will continue to be there for Canadians during the challenging times ahead, because that's what Canadians expect of their government.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
What they've come to expect of this government is that it raises the cost of living. The cost of government is driving up the cost of goods, and now the cost of interest. $200 billion of the $500 billion in deficits had nothing to do with COVID, according to the Parliamentary Budget Officer. And even that so-called COVID spending included the ArriveCan app, an app that could have been designed in a weekend for $250,000 but cost $54 million. The government claims that $1.2 million of that went to a company called Think On. That company says